Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something I think, well, almost everyone goes through. That first day. The first day at a new job.
Yeah, it's such a universal thing, isn't it? And we're using this narrative source, a podcast episode actually, about a character named Mia.
Right, Mia. She's starting as a marketing assistant at Bright Tech Solutions.
And we're basically following her through those initial hours.
Our goal here is really to pull out the key moments, those things you can relate to, see what makes that first day tick.
Exactly. So if you're maybe starting a job soon or just thinking back, or even if you're just curious about how workplaces, function.
This should give you some good insights. We want to unpack what makes it challenging, but also potentially really positive.
So kind of an insider's look through Mia's eyes at the interactions, the feelings, all that stuff.
Okay, so let's get right to it. Mia arrives. First stop, the receptionist.
Standard stuff.
Pleasantries. And she mentions she's there to see the marketing manager, Mr. Daniels. But here's a little detail I noticed straight away.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
He prefers to be called Tom. The receptionist mentions it.
Ah, okay. So right off the bat, a signal, maybe.
I think so. That little thing, asking to use his first name, can immediately kind of lower the formality, can't it?
Totally. It suggests maybe a more approachable culture. Less strict hierarchy, perhaps. It's a subtle cue, but important.
Definitely. A way of saying, hey, we're a team here.
Yeah. So after that, she actually meets him, Tom.
Right. And he welcomes her. And importantly, he says, it's totally normal to feel overwhelmed, which, who hasn't felt that?
Oh, absolutely. He even offers to take things slow.
Mia admits she's nervous, and Tom's response is key, I think. He says, totally normal. We've all been there.
And that part, we've all been there. That's powerful. Why do you think that lands so well?
Well, it's validation, isn't it? Instantly makes her feel less alone in that feeling.
Exactly. It connects them on a human level. Like, I understand, I've been you. Reduces that first day anxiety.
It's amazing how much a little bit of empathy right at the start can do. Builds that immediate bit of trust.
Absolutely. Such a small phrase, but carries weight.
Okay, so next up is the office tour. And meeting the team.
And we learn it's an open plan office.
Yeah.
Pretty common these days.
Yep. And she gets introduced formally to the marketing team. There's Sarah.
The social media coordinator. Sounds like Mia will work closely with her.
Right. Then Jordan, who handles ad campaigns, planning, running the online ads.
Strategy, budgets, performance analysis, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And Aisha, the content writer.
And they all give sort of brief welcomes, offer help.
Which is great. Mia anticipates having questions, so those offers probably mean a lot.
For sure. It starts building that supportive feeling.
And then Sarah does something interesting. She shares this little story.
Oh, the coffee incident.
Yeah. About spilling coffee on her keyboard on her first day. Just a little bit of humor.
It's brilliant, though. Why do you think that works so well?
It just makes her instantly relatable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Human.
Totally. It says, hey, it's okay not to be perfect. We've all had clumsy moments. Breaks down barriers, makes her seem approachable.
Yeah, exactly. A nice touch. So after the tour and intros, Mia gets to her desk.
Settling in time.
We hear it's got the basics. Computer, emails ready. There's a folder with her schedule. Looks like they prepped for her.
That's a good sign. Shows some organization, some forethought.
Tom also tells her Sarah will be the one to help her get up to speed with the specific tools and platforms they use.
Assigning a buddy or a go-to person like that is smart. Helps minimize that lost feeling. It suggests they have an actual onboarding process.
A structured approach, yeah. Seems like it.
Minimizes the chaos.
Then we see Sarah being proactive. She comes over to Mia's desk.
Doesn't wait to be asked. Nice.
Mia admits she's feeling, quote, a little overwhelmed. But she also says everyone's been welcoming.
That's honest. And good feedback for Sarah to hear.
Sarah's supportive, and then she transitions into talking about practical stuff, like the content calendar.
Ah, the shared schedule for planning content. Getting right into the work tools.
What's important about Sarah taking that initiative, do you think?
Well, it's that proactive help again. She's anticipating Mia's needs, offering guidance on something concrete and likely central to her job.
Right, not just saying, let me know if you need anything, but actually starting the process.
Exactly. It's practical support, right when she probably needs it most. Very reassuring.
Okay, moving on to lunchtime. Jordan joins Mia in the cafeteria.
A casual setting, good for connection.
And he kind of echoes what Tom said earlier, that the first week is often the toughest. All the new faces, new systems.
New routines, yeah. But he reassures her it gets easier, normalizes that initial struggle.
They also chat about Jordan's role, those digital ad campaigns, and he mentions they might collaborate in the future.
Ah, so he's starting to connect her to the actual work of the team, hinting at how she'll fit in.
Yeah, weaving her into the team's activities, you could say.
How does this kind of casual chat help her integration?
Well, it's less pressure than a formal meeting, right? And hearing about potential future work makes it feel more real, maybe.
Definitely. It gives her something to look forward to, a glimpse of her potential contribution.
And then they get into some specifics about marketing skills. This was interesting.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Mia mentions she knows Facebook ads, but needs to learn Google ads.
Okay, specific skill gap identified.
And Jordan immediately mentions that the company offers regular training.
Oh, that's significant. What does that tell you?
It suggests the company actually invests in employee development, right? It's not just talk.
Absolutely. And for Mia, hearing that there are formal ways to learn those needed skills, that's gotta be encouraging.
Big motivator, I'd imagine. Shows there's room to grow, contributes to, maybe wanting to stick around.
For sure. Okay, so the day's winding down.
Yep. End of the day, Tom circles back, checks in with Mia.
Good practice from a manager.
Mia tells him it was a good day overall. Says people were kind, she started learning things. Pretty positive summary. Tom kind of repeats his earlier message. It's a lot to absorb, take it day by day. Sensible advice.
Manages expectations.
He also gives her a little heads up that she'll start on some actual tasks tomorrow and tells her to get some rest.
Why is that end-of-day check-in so important, do you think?
Well, it closes the loop on the day, doesn't it? Gives me a chance to voice any last thoughts or worries.
And for Tom, it's a pulse check. How's she really feeling? Plus, reiterating support sets the stage for day 2.
Exactly. Feels like a good way to wrap up day 1.
Seems so. Then, finally, there's this last bit. Mia's on the phone.
Right. Talking to a friend. Processing it all outside of work.
And what's her take when she's talking to her friend?
Still really positive. She mentions meeting the team, the tour, starting to learn the systems, having lunch with Jordan. You can sort of hear her confidence growing.
Ah, so reflecting on it helps solidify the positive feelings.
Yeah, she sounds like she feels she's fitting in, glad she took the job.
What's the significance of that external chat?
It's that personal sense-making, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Talking it through with someone outside helps her frame the experience, reinforces her decision. It highlights the whole emotional journey of it all.
Yeah, makes sense. You need that space to process sometimes.
So, wrapping up our deep dive here on Mia's first day. What are the big takeaways for you listening?
Well, it really seems to boil down to a few key things. That welcoming environment is huge.
Definitely. Clear introductions, knowing who's who and who does what.
And that proactive support, not just waiting to be asked, but colleagues and the manager reaching out, like Sarah with the tools or Tom checking in.
Absolutely. Mia's story really shows those common first-day feelings, the nerves, the overwhelm, but also the relief and excitement when things go well.
And we saw how communication worked. Small talk, professional chat, asking for help, offering it, the beginnings of those workplace relationships.
Yeah, it seems this first day really does set the tone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It can really influence how someone feels about the place long term.
Oh, for sure. That sense of belonging starts or doesn't start right from day 1.
So here's something to think about. Reflect on your own experiences. Starting something new, a job, maybe a big project, even just joining a new group.
Mm-hmm.
How much did that initial welcome, that support system, or maybe the lack of it, affect how you felt, how you performed later on?
Yeah, think about those small interactions, like Sarah's coffee story for Mia, or Tom just saying we've all been there.
Did any seemingly minor things like that make a big difference for you? What were those moments that really shaped your own beginnings?
It's definitely something worth pondering. Those little things often add up to something much bigger.